We are officially 2 years away from the first Summer Olympics in the United States in 3 decades.
Los Angeles preparing to host the LA28 Olympics, and the opening ceremony for those games will be on July 14th, 2028. It's coming up fast. Our Olympic reporter Matt Renoux is in LA, and Matt, people won't have to go far really from here to see those games if they want to.
Not at all, Stephen Corey. Good morning. It's just a short hop to the West Coast, an easy drive or short flight from Denver to get out here. This is the first Olympics Summer Games in the United States since Atlanta hosted in 1996, and today not only marks exactly 2 years to go before those LA 2028 Olympics, it's the first day of registration for the 60,000 volunteers needed to host the games.
At the Los Angeles Coliseum.
This is the inside of the Coliseum.
Marina Forte's inside one of LA's most historic buildings.
The Coliseum is actually a National Historic Landmark,
where sports and events have been played out for more than 100 years.
The Coliseum is a 100-year-old historic venue. We have so much history here.
That includes the 1932 Olympics, 84 Olympics, and in 2028, this Coliseum will become the first venue to host 3 Olympic Games.
It's going to be incredible to plan our 3rd Olympic Games.
An Olympic event.
Today we're 2 years to the games. On the 14th of July, 2028 at 5 p.m. the games are going to start.
LA 2028 organizers say will be unlike any other.
This is really an important moment for the United States and for LA and all of Angelenos in California to really shine.
In the past, cities would build Olympic venues, but Los Angeles already has plenty of venues to spare. So instead of building anything new, they'll reuse venues in 25 zones all over California and the United States.
And you're going to use incredible existing venues. A lot of those venues we can't get into until really the last minute.
Hosting soccer matches in New York, Columbus, Nashville, St. Louis, and California, while softball and kayak events will be held in Oklahoma City, where they already have a world-class canoe and kayak park.
That's the complexity of putting on these games, and try to figure out all of those pieces and parts of the puzzle.
To pull all that off, LA 2028 needs 60,000 volunteers.
But what's new about it is this is 7 Super Bowls a day, simultaneously.
That for the first time will be held in 2 arenas, SoFi Stadium and the Los Angeles Coliseum.
It's the only venue, aside from the Rose Bowl, that has done 3 venues, 3 Olympics.
A piece of history
that will soon be adding to its legendary Olympic history.
We are so excited to be hosting a 3rd Olympic Games here in 2028.
Oh, and it is not long now before those games start, because they're going to have opening ceremony in 2 stadiums, SoFi and the Coliseum. They're actually going to flip how they normally do 2 of the big events at the Olympics. Track and field will kick things off in the Coliseum, and then swimming will bring up the second half of the Olympics so they can get those pools ready over in SoFi. Reporting from Los Angeles, I'm Matt Renoux, 9 News. Steve, Corey, when it comes to the volunteers that they need for this games, they've already had 300,000 people submit their names, request to be a part of it. They only need 60,000, so they'll start vetting some of those people, finding out who can better fill certain positions, and then narrow that down to who they need. But it shows a lot of the excitement and interest that people have in these games coming up in Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
If they have to build a pool in a couple of weeks, like, they might need some more volunteers. Can you think about that? Building a pool.
Right? You need someone to hold the hose and then wipe down some of the splash next to it so no one slips in. Volunteers are needed.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, I love that so many of these host countries and cities are getting away from building these huge venues that then sit and they crumble and they're not used. They're just really, making it more sustainable.
You're absolutely right, Corey. That's the new model for the Olympics. We saw Paris sort of kick things off with how they had those summer games in Paris at all those iconic locations. Italy did the same thing, using events all over northern Italy. And LA, probably one of the few cities in the world that has more than enough venues. They won't use all of the arenas and stadiums that they have in Southern California. So it's a great spot to do that here in Los Angeles as well.
7 Super Bowls a day. That number keeps clicking in my head.
It is wild.
Yeah. Matt, thank you so much. It's too many. It's too many Super Bowls.